right, and we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Fit Podcast, man. It is Money Monday, one of the most important episodes that I wish more people watch, but, you know, people like being poor, so it is what it is. Rumble.com/freshandfitman. Check us out over there. Also, CastleClub.tv. All the videos, by the way, the yacht video and the live show, they're on Rumble, guys. They're not on YouTube, okay, for certain reasons.
Rumble only.
Yeah, and to be honest with y'all, we're going to have to probably get rid of a lot of our content on YouTube. You guys are going to have to go over to Rumble to get it anyway. Yep. So rumble.com/freshandfitman. Thank God for Rumble, because if it didn't, man, y'all would not have these videos because, you know, censorship is real, man. It really is. So we got to play it safe. But yeah, videos are up on Rumble right now as we speak. So if you want the yacht party, we're going to re-upload the yacht party so it's in full. I know that there's a little bit of lag there on Rumble. Yeah. We'll fix that. And then also, CastleClub.tv has a bunch of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Vlog will be up there from LA soon. We're still editing it.
But
and yeah.
We have a recap video of what happened at the live show.
Yeah, if you missed it on Friday,
the yacht.
We got a quick little video for y'all we'll show, and then we'll get into today's topic, man.
Let's roll the clip. Let's do it. Okay, guys. We just got here, man. I'm starving, by the way. But listen, it's all set up. Chairs, mic, pulling up some nice whips right over here. It's going to be insane, guys. Missed it, man. Sorry to hear that. But we're looking live on Rumble as well, so go check it out on Rumble. See you guys in there. Peace.
Come on, you guys. Miami's a fucking movie. Hold up for the Phantom Mansory edition. Got my security with me. This is how we roll in Miami. Whole different fucking level. Had to come see my boy Fresh. Drop some heat for you guys. This is going to be a banger.
So yeah, my name is Miguel, Dollar Cost Crypto, DCC, Hex Jesus, a man of many names. Yeah, co-founded the Crypto Mindset course with Charlie back in 2020, and we've helped onboard 16,000 red pillars into the crypto space. So, yep.
Yeah, Charlie from Cultivate Crypto, been doing the same thing as Miguel, helping people get into the crypto space since 2019. We helped Mryon get in, we helped Fresh get in, we've helped the lovely crew in the background start getting in and making sure that they're in the right position for the bull market. So, yeah, you can follow me on YouTube at Cultivate Crypto on YouTube. It's the best place to follow me.
And I remember a couple episodes ago, you gave us some good advice about crypto. I went to jump into it to make money. Right. And people were saying, oh, this is a scam, bro. Don't do it. Now, look what's happening now in the marketplace. It's insane, but hey, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, each cycle has like a different little bit of a rhyme to its reason, right? Like in the last 4-year cycle, what we noticed was, well, there's two things that we look at, right? We look at the 4-year cycle and we look at the 60-day cycle. So shout out to Bob Lucas, who came up with the 60-day cycle for the crypto space. He found that in Bitcoin. We back tested it. It's actually a legit trend. And so if you're looking at the short-term cycles, like the 60-day cycles, what we find in those is in the last 4-year cycle, Bitcoin would have its dip prior to each quarter by about a month. So if the new quarter started in October, then September would be where the dip was, and that would happen quarter on quarter. Now, because the 60-day cycle doesn't happen on a quarterly basis and Wall Street moves on a quarterly basis and Wall Street's getting into the game, now we see the 60-day cycle landing about a month to a month and a half into each quarter, right? And so this is why we time the Crypto Mindset course to come around the time where we get the end of that 60-day cycle dip, and at a good portion, a good dip in the 4-year cycle, so that way we, essentially have still some bull market to go. So the simplest strategy in the crypto space that people do is buy 6 months before the Bitcoin halving, which was on April 19th, earlier this month, and then they sell about a year to year and a half after the Bitcoin halving. So we got pretty much a full calendar year left to go in this bull market for crypto, and I would say at latest, a year and a half or so until the end of the bull market. But it might not seem like a long time, but if you remember back in 2020 into 2021, the best gains were had from pretty much right after the halving into the end of that 4-year cycle.
Okay.
And most people won't admit that either. You know, they'll come in. It's always time to buy.
Right.
There is times not to buy. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
What's the biggest mistake people make getting into crypto, you would say? Biggest mistake?
I guess the biggest mistake is really not knowing what coins to buy, and then from there, leaving them on exchanges. Because when everything's good, everything's fine. But as soon as prices start crashing and like the bull market's over, a lot of these exchanges run out of liquidity. They start having problems. They were kind of running deficits, and then you lose all your crypto. Wow. This has happened a lot. That happened with STX.
SafeMoon?
Safe, yes. Well, safe. Yeah, SafeMoon was just a scam off the rip. I promise you'll be safe.
Not so much.
But yeah, not so much. So yeah, those are some of the biggest mistakes there. Then from there, it's mostly people not knowing how to secure these wallets and stuff, and moving funds. There's tons. People don't understand you can't send Bitcoin to an Ethereum address and vice versa, and if you do that, you lose your money.
Damn.
Right, so it's like it's ultimate responsibility at the end of the point, but it's ultimate power, because at that point no one can rug you. You can send your money to anyone, anywhere in the world, 365, 24/7, no holidays, break, doesn't matter. You wake up in the middle of the night, oh shit, my girl, you gotta move money away. Yeah, whatever the hell it is, but that's the power of crypto.
Yeah, you could show up on the other side of the world and your money could still be there, right? You can't do that with a bank account.
That's true.
Yeah. So, as you guys know, Charlie and Miguel have been friends for the show for a very long time. We've been working together for a few years now. Yeah. And one of the things that we always get is, oh, these guys are scammers, crypto scam, whatever the hell you guys want to say. So what we went ahead and did was we pulled up, we got a website that we're going to use here. Yeah. We're going to pull it up for you guys. And we're going to tell you guys, last time they were on the show was January 29th. Right? And just to let you guys know, right, because I've always kind of laughed whenever people call stuff like this a scam. 9 out of 10 times you're poor. So let me just show, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Let's pull this up real quick, Bills, because I want to show the people this, right? So let's go with Bitcoin, right? It's simple. Everyone knows what Bitcoin is. On January 29th, earlier this year, Bitcoin was, what is that? $42,950. Today, it is...
You can see on the top left of where
$63,812 as of when we're recording this video right now.
And the all-time high is about 73,800.
Yeah, and now
during that period.
When was that? When did it hit that 73K?
March 14th, right?
March 14th. Yeah. So literally, a little before 2 months, like a month and a half later, we were pretty much hit Bitcoin high. So we told you guys,
buy now.
While
it's low,
get the course, get in there. And obviously you get a bunch of idiots in there that say, oh, this is great, right? And here's the thing. You know what the interesting thing is? This isn't even one of the best, performers. Let's go Ethereum real quick, right? So that's Bitcoin. So we told you how to get in. It was 42. Now it's 63K, and then it hit an all-time high of 74K in between the time. Now here's Ethereum. Right now it's worth 3,200, right, for one Ethereum.
Yep.
When we told you how to get in, it was what?
2340.
2340. So about $1,000, right?
And that was just on the last show. You got to remember as well, we came here November 21st, 2022, right?
Yep.
Literally the day we were here on that show was the bottom of the 4-year cycle.
Yep.
Bitcoin hit 15,500.
Yep.
Ethereum hit about $880 at least, maybe a little bit lower. Mm-hmm. And so this is just along the journey,
It's just been going up, and we told y'all
those are the
it was going up because we got a lot of hate on November when we did it, right? Oh, this is a scam. Crypto's not even going up. Blah blah. It was all-time lows.
Yeah.
Then in January it starts to peak up a bit, and we're like, yo guys, get in now, buy while you can. Right. Ethereum. And then on the last show, also, we mentioned a couple other coins. What are the coins we mentioned?
Solana, Pepe, Ton Token, Phantom.
Let's show Solana.
Yeah,
this one's interesting.
So Solana at the beginning of the quarter and stuff, it was $100, shot up above $200, I think $220, $207 there, and then came back down. Right now it's at 130. So it doesn't matter if you had just listened to what we had said, you'd still be up like 37% on your money.
Tell me what other asset class is going to give you all that. And I'm a real estate guy. I'll even tell you're not going to get that on real estate that quickly in a few months. So if you guys had listened to us and bought, whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, some Solana, right? And you took the action back then in January, you would have gotten significant returns.
And I remember you saying Solana was okay, you weren't really into it that much in the past, but then you saw, you know what? I'm not coin agnostic. I see the benefit here.
Yep.
Right.
I'm hopping into it.
And at that time, Solana was $18.
Right.
So we were recommending since 14. I bought personally at $18 and $25. And it went as high as 200 and change, and that's come back down. Now it's going to ramp up again to shoot back up again. It's going to go higher.
It's almost like you guys have a crystal ball. Almost.
Yeah.
Cycles, man.
Was there another coin that we wanted to show on here?
Let's go to Pepe. This is so Pepe.
Pepe.
We were laughing about meme coins. We were talking about Dogecoin and stuff like that. So Pepe's one that we mentioned, right?
Okay.
Bro, we need a puck coin.
Yeah, this coin was legit. So you can't tell with all the zeros, but effectively, it went from $400 million market cap to currently $3 billion.
If you have them press market cap, you can look at that
So where it says price, it says market cap.
right there.
Because it's hard with all the zeros. So basically,
Yeah. So if you go back to the beginning.
So basically, if you put $1 into this, right, it went from like 400 all the way up to the 3 billion and stuff like that. You're basically up almost 8 times on your money.
Damn, if they got Pepe.
If you have Pepe, exactly when we talked about it last time on the show.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's because we went into a meme coin season.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which we were playing around with it because everyone was making. We were like, what's a coin every fucking bartender, every stripper's got in Miami?
Okay.
It's going to be it was Shiba Inu and Doge, right?
Yeah.
And we told our guys, get whether we like it or not, Dogecoin is like the It's like the Bitcoin of the meme coin, just because of how old
Gotcha.
it is, right?
So even a meme coin example went up. Like so, guys, I think the takeaway here is that if you had just simply listened to us and at least got the course and bought, whether we're not even telling you to get Pepe, we're telling you like if you got like a stable coin like in Ethereum
Or Bitcoin.
you would have been way up, or you got Bitcoin, you would have been way up, right? And then Solana, right, pretty stable, went up. The high was 220, you said 220, and then now it's 137. So even if you bought it back then for 100 and bought a couple, you would have made a bunch
If you
of
were
money.
unsure, that's fine. Do your own research.
Yeah. Well, that's what we give people the keys to do in the course, right? Is we show them, hey, here's how to do research. Here's the research we've done. Here's the tools that you can use to double check our information and double check the research at any angle you want, right? And then go out there and you press the red button, you press the green button, you press buy and sell of your own volition, right? And so we put that mindset in people of like, hey, you're responsible for what you do, but hey, here's some fish, here's how it works,
You teach them how to fish too.
Right. Yeah.
Right. You get people right that just say, "Hey, just tell me what to buy." Like I'm like that. What should we get?
Yeah,
get
we
this.
can talk about that today too,
Right.
of course.
But then obviously some people want to learn on their own, so they can look at the charts. They want to nerd out and do it themselves. That's cool.
Yep.
So there you go.
It's life changing money. Like we were some of the first people to talk about Ton Token, which people didn't even know what that is. That is
Still don't know what it is.
Ton token?
Ton Token is Telegram. The Telegram app. It's their cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Oh shit.
When we originally started talking about this was just at $1. When we came on here, it was $2.08. Today it's $5.
Wow.
And it peaked up here at about $8 or just under.
You could really make a killing with some of these alternative coins.
Yo, what's that coin that you mentioned?
Yeah.
Chat, you can laugh at this, man. This is gonna be
You guys
hilarious.
can laugh at this. So I've got a buddy of mine who made an exchange on Pulse called 9-inch, and and it makes a coin called BBC.
Big bonus coin.
Big bonus coin, baby. Big bonus
I need
coin.
hella coins, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, but it's done really, really well because
Hey, you can pull BBC up out there too if you want.
I threw a really big amount of money into
Pause.
No,
Just so y'all know, these guys are advanced, right? So they can take. We're not telling you how to do that. No. They're just telling a funny story for you guys. Yeah. They're just telling you guys a funny story here.
Yeah, that's funny, bro.
Yeah.
Bye, BBC.
They're not telling y'all to do that. They're just saying that they're more advanced. It's funny shit.
It's a meme coin.
Yeah, it's a meme coin, guys. Don't do it.
Well, here's the thing. Crypto's a little ridiculous, right? But you got to learn the culture too.
Right.
And like the culture of the internet is memes.
It's memes,
right?
yeah.
And the memes have ruled the day. So like crypto, we got Dog with Hat is the new Shiba Inu. Fucking Cock Inu is owned by the Avalanche Foundation. You can't make this shit up,
You
right?
can't make it up. You can't make it up.
Did you just say cock?
Cock, C-O-K, C-O-Q.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
I don't condone these names. I'm just saying. This is
and we don't say like, hey, you gotta jump in all in on Cock Inu or anything like this, right? But obviously not. But just generally speaking, you have to understand like people. There's this one guy recently, I forgot his name, but he just said meme coins are a drag on the crypto market. This is what's going to not Wall Street's not going to be able to take this seriously, and it's all terrible, right? It's like, is the market wrong?
Yeah.
No, the market has chosen that. No, millennials just want to,
Have fun.
and we know that there's a portion of the market that's a casino, and there's a portion of the market that's an investment. Bitcoin's an investment, Ethereum's an investment, Solana's an investment, Illuvium's an investment.
Right.
But Cock Inu, I don't know.
Casino, it's a gamble.
Casino.
And I'm really happy that you guys made that distinction for the audience, so they understand. Like, hey, we're telling you what we're doing here on the side, right? It's funny, ha ha ha.
Right.
But you probably should get into that. Get into the coins that are more stable.
And also, they're using money they don't need.
Correct.
That's the other thing.
So we teach is I teach a technical analysis side. Miguel teaches a fundamental analysis side, and then we have a guy who does on-chain data. And we take those 3 sectors of analysis for crypto: on-chain data specific to the blockchain, and then fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Those often come from other markets, including the forex market and other stuff like this, and they've been applied to crypto. But we teach all 3 of those analysis tools because most people. They don't know, like, what's the quality of a coin? Well, okay, we can show you with these 3 forms of analysis, like how good of a grade you essentially can give it, right? It's either an average coin or it's a B plus, or oh shit, this one's like gonna kick it out of the park because it's actually has good fundamentals.
So let's say I'm working a job, it's very strenuous, I'm tired, and I want to get the course, right?
Yep, right.
What if, or is there a way I can get the course, get the value like up front, know what to buy, and then just like focus on work? Is that possible doing the course?
Yeah, we have a bunch of truckers who do that if you want to.
Yeah, so definitely. So every webinar is recorded. They are done live. They're live like they are right now. We teach it to like the private group.
We do it live.
We do it live, right? Words and all, right? But once it's done, we have it up within 24 hours. People then can review it. And then we give them a schedule of like, here's all the stuff that's happened in the classes. People have to take it in order to like get it in. But eventually some people just jump around and stuff like that. But we give people a kind of a lexicon in terms of like different words, like kind of like the vernacular that we use in crypto. We get them used to like what's memes, what's funny, what's not funny. We show them basically how to do technical analysis. We show them do FA, how to do research on YouTube, how to use Telegram, Discord, Facebook, Instagram. Instagram's the really new one.
And it's not simply just like, hey, bro, here's how to use an app, right? It's not that simple.
No.
Like, it's like, okay, how do people in the crypto space interact on these apps? Like, what's the culture? Like, how can you get the best
lingo.
information? Stuff like that, right? Because like, I think if you just say like, use the app, like it sounds a little plain.
No.
I'm thinking if I'm a jock, I'm listening to this, I'm like, this is geek talk. It makes money.
Yeah.
So we have a coin list as well in there of like all these coins are good. All these coins are good, but then you have to like choose the ones that speak more to you, right?
As well as be able to buy every decent coin in the market. You just have too much.
And we have example portfolios, and one of the portfolios is basically someone who's really like a working professional that's really busy. You know, if you don't like, I want to get some crypto gains, but I got to keep it really like as risk free as possible. This is just Ethereum only, Bitcoin only, or a fusion of something like a little Bitcoin, a little Ethereum, and a couple of coins, and that's it. And that portfolio can return significant returns, and you don't have to be.
It's safe.
It's safe. You don't have to be that involved. But regardless of that, we still have the person check it once a week just to be like, let's keep on top of it. We never recommend invest, and you have to like there isn't this. There's no such thing as passive income or money.
Right.
There is some work to it. Right. It's low work, but you still have to pay attention to it. Like, hey, what's this news event? What's going on here? But that's a whole lot better than spending the rest of your life as a fucking slave.
Are all these worldly conflicts affecting? I mean, it seems like it's benefiting crypto. Obviously, October 7th, the war in Ukraine. It's been going up since. Would it be fair to say that whenever there's like world conflicts, like cryptocurrency goes up?
Not necessarily, but like if people are basically like, hey, I'm a bit afraid of something I want, something safe, they're going to go towards gold, right?
Yeah.
Now that you have Larry Fink.
Gold's having highs right now too, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Gold is high right now?
And you see like basically Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, telling people that Bitcoin is the flight to quality.
Yeah.
Right. So it's better than gold. It's digital gold. And you go and you see him talk about this on CNBC. It's a chicken and the egg scenario. Is the narrative the thing that creates that value? People believing the narrative, or is it the asset itself? Well, it's both, right? And it's a mixture of a bunch of things. So Larry Fink doesn't just say that because he wants people to buy into his ETF. I mean, that's a portion of it, right? But he also says that simply because he knows what the 4-year cycle is. He knows what the daily cycles are. He knows what the weekly cycles are. And he has a bunch of the whole building of people that tell him that. And he says, okay, I can say this stuff right now because basically the market's in that place. So
he's cryptocurrency.
Oh, big time.
Absolutely.
He runs BlackRock, and then you dumbasses in the chat want to sit in here and try to tell us it's a scam. You fucking idiots! Like
he's running game on Vanguard, right? Because Vanguard is like got their head in the sand. Every other retirement company is like full in on a Bitcoin ETF right now.
They don't like to make it. Larry Fink's one of the few that's come out publicly, but I know like Goldman Sachs for years has been purposely acquiring Bitcoin. Like a lot of these like institutions, these people that have been like in long-term investment people were like, oh, we're gonna invest in the stock market, S&P 500. You know, Roth IRAs, like that. You know, all the old people investment stuff that they teach you, right? The Dave Ramsey type guys, like. These guys have been secretly acquiring, you know, cryptocurrency for a while. They just don't tell you about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because once it gets out, like they don't want everybody to know.
Harvard and Yale have been basically buying Bitcoin and Ethereum since 2018.
Yep.
Really?
They have it.
Harvard and Yale.
Harvard, Yale, Stanford. Stanford's probably the smartest university when it comes to crypto. MIT has their foot in the door, but they hired Gary Gensler, so you can't call them that smart.
Yeah.
And then but they all these institutions basically bought Ethereum and Bitcoin back in 2018, 19, and 2020 because they
We're talking like $6,000 Bitcoin back then.
Oh yes,
exactly.
Like, that's when I first started. Correct. So I remember. Yeah.
And so
$80, $100 Ethereum.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they know like these assets are going to stick around, so they bought it.
Damn.
It's crazy. I mean, like, when I first got into crypto, I was buying Ethereum for $5. Mm-hmm. Ethereum was $5.
Holy.
$5, and it came out. It was 50 cents.
Damn, dude.
50 cents is $3,200.
Now it's over 3,000. The only thing, honestly, dude, like I always tell myself, man, if I could go back in time, I would have bought more Bitcoin, man.
Yeah.
Like I would have bought way more.
More than real estate.
You know, no, and I'm a real estate guy. Y'all know I'm biased. I talk about it all the time. I genuinely believe real estate is the best asset class. But there is no doubting that the power of crypto, and it's here to stay. Guys, we just hit a new low, 74,000, new high, 74, 75K. That's fucking craziness.
Almost 100K.
That's craziness, man.
And today, or basically in the next 28 to 48 hours, Hong Kong is coming out with both a Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETF.
Wow.
Yep. So
And they've been haven't they been against cryptocurrency for years?
yeah, China's been hot and cold on it all the time.
Yep.
Right. But now
They're finally realizing the power.
So my theory. I mean, the thing on China, right, is Hong Kong's they're in and out, right? They don't like money bleeding out of the country. They like to kind of keep a cap on the money that's within the country.
Yeah.
They kicked Bitcoin out of the country in 2021. That's partially why we got the double top, because they shut down all Bitcoin miners in the first half of the year.
Right.
We dumped down. People bought back again. We went up, and at the end of the year, they said all crypto exchanges and everything need to have their assets out of the country. So then we got the end of the 4-year cycle on that too.
And interest rates going up as well in January.
Yeah, they're basically kind of cutting off, that portion of the economy that could leave, and then now they've basically put it in Hong Kong. It's like, okay, now we have a regulated or better regulated section of this that we can allow people to dabble in this market. Wow. So they're just trying to control
Chinese
it.
are in now.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because last time you guys were on, we had a lot of talk about this ETF project. Can we talk about that and give an update? What's going on with that?
So obviously the Bitcoin ETF passed. Everyone was saying it wasn't going to happen. Never, never, never. Bitcoin's a security. Nope.
You
Wrong.
stupid.
Yep.
So since then, it's been nonstop buying. Like we just had the Bitcoin halving. It just happened. What happened on the 18th?
April 19th?
19th. Yeah.
No, April 19th.
Almost 420.
Almost 420. Damn it. And so every day there's about 900 Bitcoin that are created every day. After the halving, so today only 450 Bitcoin are made a day. Each one of these ETFs are buying over 500 Bitcoin a day.
Wow.
So like they're destroying the supply right now, and this is why the prices keeps ratcheting up and stuff. Because I mean, imagine like you're a boomer right now. You threw a little side money into this ETF, and you're like, holy shit. They throw 1% in it and they're up like 2-3% on it now. They're like, oh man, there's some serious.
Compared to other ETFs, that's a wild return.
That's a wild return. Now, BlackRock and all these guys are charging fees up the butt off of it, but everyone's making money on it. So that's what's happening. Is that this is why the ETFs are so huge, because it's the first time you're having retirement funds, retirement money jumping in. That's the biggest asset pool on the planet.
The traditional investor is
401k,
okay.
401k.
Those guys, right? Your grandparents, etc. Those guys are okay with going into ETFs.
Yep.
Correct.
Right? They feel way safer. It's on the exchange. Okay, I get it. Whatever it may be, they're way safer being on ETF. But I mean, it proves that it's here to stay. And then I think we talked last time. So there is a Bitcoin ETF now. And then isn't there an Ethereum ETF coming?
So it's applied.
It's applied. So they're so BlackRock's really the one trying to get it passed first and stuff. They're the first movers on it, but it can pass anytime from now to it looks like August 7th. Yeah, it's more. Yeah.
So May 23rd and August 7th are the two dates that have the next deadlines for them. So ARK Invest, which is Kathy Wood's.
When did the BTC ETF come out?
January 10th.
Okay.
Yep.
Come out right after.
And so the January 10th ETF deadline was the final deadline for ARK Invest, which was Kathy Woods' investment fund, right? She's big in Tesla and Bitcoin and different things. Right. But the actual final deadline for the Bitcoin ETF for BlackRock was in March of this year. But they passed it on the time of the ARK Invest one, so
January.
a little bit early actually.
Okay,
right?
so they came earlier.
And so for Ethereum, it's the same process right now. We have May 23rd is ARK Invest final deadline, but the final deadline for BlackRock is August 7th. Yeah. So BlackRock is 276-1 versus wins versus losses on ETFs. They were 275-1 before Bitcoin. Now they're 276-1, and so
basically they don't lose.
Yeah, you can basically say like.
Lose.
So August 7th, we're getting an Ethereum.
We're getting it no matter what.
ETF. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Larry Fink has already said if they declare Ethereum as security or non-security, it doesn't matter. They're still going forward with it.
You know, it's interesting because I don't know if that what you just said hit mainstream news. I've noticed that with BlackRock, it has in the crypto world, but like for the normies, they don't know that, right? And then the normies also don't know, which I've talked about, whatever, because we also get idiots in there that say, oh, the real estate market's going to crash, the real estate market's going to crash. Well, just so you guys know, BlackRock has been buying single-family homes for the better part of the last 3 years, right? And they're still acquiring single-family homes because there's a shortage. So if you want to make money, you got to do what the people that have money are doing a lot of the times. It's just that they don't publicize a lot of it, right? We told y'all that a lot of these banks, these historic banks that have been all about the stock market, whatever, they've been quietly acquiring cryptocurrency. But now you see here with BlackRock, what are they? They're gonna make an ETF for Ethereum. That's crazy.
I mean, if anything, what are they doing? Trying to discourage you from buying.
Exactly.
They know if you don't buy, they'll buy from you.
Exactly. And they're acquiring these single family homes. Like I've realized that like these mainstream news channels, what their job is to like create fear and panic in the general public. Oh my God, I can't buy milk and eggs. Great. They want you worried about fucking milk and eggs instead of investing into single family homes, which are going to be the future, right? Because we know that there's a shortage for that, 5 million around. And then they don't want you investing in cryptocurrency because they make all the money.
Right. And Bitcoin is literally digital real estate.
Yes.
Right. So that's how everybody is looking at it in Ethereum as well. So they're buying up the digital real estate. They're buying up the real
estate. There's only a certain
estate.
amount there, and there's only a certain amount of land. Same situation.
Yeah, and peep this. So this is one of the reasons why it could get it delayed a little bit to August is that Ethereum ETF might have a dividend with it. So that's what they're fighting about.
Which Bitcoin doesn't.
Which Bitcoin doesn't. So
a dividend like for holding it.
For holding it, yeah.
So you basically can you explain to the audience what a dividend would be? I guess as far as like holding.
In traditional space, in the traditional market, it would be from profits of the company. So that, let's just say like Costco made $1 billion, so they distribute $1 billion for. Equally for every share, right? Now, with this dividend, it's going to be based off inflation. So Ethereum inflates, has a positive inflation rate, but the more transactions are done in Ethereum, it actually becomes deflationary. So it still can pay out inflation rewards, but the total supply is actually staying stagnant to going down
based on revenue.
Based on revenue and how many transactions are done on the chain. So this ETF could be really special because it could pay a 3 to 5% dividend. So imagine you're getting something like Ethereum that's gone up like $1,000 in 3 months, just chilling, you haven't done nothing, just bought when we came on the show, boom, you made money, and on top of that, you've got another 1% more of your money, and that becomes really lucrative because baby boomers are almost all retired now or entering retirement, and they need income. Because this is why the stock market and everything is like really messing up, because you have the largest workforce in America leaving the workforce, and they're no longer buying stocks anymore. They're, instead of being net contributors, they're net drawers on the system and stuff. So this is why there's so much problems around the world and stuff, is because this is why banks are printing money, is because they have to pay for these baby boomers to retire. There's baby boomers that have been putting nonstop into 401ks, and now it's time to draw it out. It's this whole, I mean, you will eventually, this is a big red pill that we tell our guys, is that
Social Security won't be there for you motherfuckers.
No, it won't.
Yeah, no.
It's literally bankrupt by 2035.
Yeah.
Dang.
By 2035, that means it's going to be like 2031 when it goes bankrupt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? But all of finance, I'm both saying this as a joke and seriously, is a Ponzi. Because it's all about supply and demand. It doesn't matter. You could, like, if no one buys Apple phones, no one buys Apple products, it's the best company on the planet, and it'll go to zero. Because there's no demand for it, right? Now, obviously, I know that there's companies that actually create real physical things. You need food and stuff. Like, there's real things you need in the world, of course. But if you look, I mean, most of the countries, I mean, almost every developed country's economy basically runs on this single thing. The central Ponzi of all Ponzi's
is Bank of International Settlements.
Well, yeah, Bank of International Settlements. But what actually tells a country to really grow is the birth rate. If there's more babies being born than people are dying, economy's great. If every couple in America had 3 to 4 kids, there wouldn't be a recession right now. We'd be in a baby boom right now.
Let's look at daily cycles, let's look at 4-year cycles, and then let's look at liquidity cycles for how that affects crypto, right? So the 60-day cycle, yes, we have a low coming here in that early to mid-May period. Best time to buy. Even if you're just watching the show for free, you don't get in the course. If you don't know what to buy, Ethereum, Solana are probably the easiest ones. There you go. Don't say I never did anything for you.
$37.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And
You can get it right now. You can literally get it right now.
Illuvium's good too, but
Illuvium's
hey,
good too, yeah.
do your research first. And so basically, that period of time is going to be the best period of time to get in. What price is Bitcoin at the time? We don't know. Could hold above 60K. If it drops below 60K, it could go down to like 52 to 55,000. It's not going below 50,000 most likely. So there you go. You got a band of risk to play with. And then when Bitcoin's in those areas, that's where you can then basically buy the altcoins that you like.
Because it was sitting in the 20s to 30s for the past few years now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it hit that high of the 60K like 2 or 3 years ago, and then it just sat around 20, 30, and then it hit the low 15. Now it's back up.
Yeah. And so that's where the timing is for the daily cycle. But let's go higher, right? So let's go to the 4-year cycle. What just happened? We just had the halving here. And if you look at after the halving, sometimes there's a dip, which is what we're getting now.
Right.
But 3 to 6 months post halving, so that would be basically July to October. That's usually some of the best performing periods in all of crypto. So if you basically
Hot boy summer.
yeah, if you prepare before then, prepare before the end of May, essentially, right? You buy in May and you don't go away, right? You do the opposite of what Wall Street does there for this particular cycle, simply based on the 60-day cycle and the 4-year cycle. Now, the 2 other things that you can add onto it, one is a crypto thing, one's a non-crypto thing. If you go to I think it's capriolinvestments.com. I don't think that's the actual website, but if you put that in Google and type in production costs for Bitcoin, there's some really nice charts there from a hedge fund. And basically, Bitcoin's production cost is its value to mine 1 Bitcoin. How much does it cost? Before the halving, it was about $64,000 to mine 1 Bitcoin, and Bitcoin basically had gotten up to that number.
Yeah.
Now, to mine 1 Bitcoin, it's about $98,000. And
Damn.
if you look at the history, right after the halving, that doesn't necessarily meet the price. But 3 to 6 months after the halving, it does, which means probably most likely, if Bitcoin's history is anything to go by, we should have $100,000 Bitcoin within that period of time, simply because Bitcoin should go above that price again.
So you think 3 months from now?
3 to 6 months.
From now.
So my guess is early September to early October, that 1 month period. That's my aim for when Bitcoin hits $100,000.
Wow.
And
or early 2025.
No, for 2024, September, early September.
No, but I'm saying between September of this year or early into 2025, maybe? Even January?
No. I'm putting 1 month band on it. I'm saying September of this year to the beginning of October this year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
100,000,
Yeah.
I think.
And that's just the beginning.
Based off of trends that you've seen already in other 4-year cycles.
Right.
Based on the production cost of how much it costs to mine 1
Because
Bitcoin.
they'll have to go to that price, or every miner is going to be basically on a huge loss.
Well, yeah. What happens is the miners who are at a loss, they shut down, they sell, they get out. You get a dip from that, and then all the other miners who are still there, 3 to 6 months after the halving, it goes up to meet that demand. And if you have more demand from Wall Street than we've had in past cycles, you should go above there.
Wow.
So, and then the last thing is the liquidity cycles. So the global
Super
liquidity
important, you
cycles.
guys. This is super important.
Global liquidity cycles basically they move on 6-year cycles essentially. But there's a guy named Michael Howell. He's one of the foremost experts in global liquidity cycles, and he's basically said we have global liquidity cycles up until the second half of 2025. So what that means is higher risk assets and stocks and crypto and stuff like this should have more purchasing ability, or people should be able to purchase them more with the assets that are floating around the world over that period of time, which happens to line up with the Bitcoin 4-year cycle, because Bitcoin's 4-year cycle, if it's any indication, 4 years before 2025 was 2021. We peaked in November. We should peak around Q4 of 2025 if the liquidity cycle still holds like that and the Bitcoin 4-year cycle still holds like that. So we have outside factors as well, kind of giving a boost to crypto.
So long
it's
story short,
speculation, but it's speculation based on a multitude of different factors.
It's an educated guess.
Yeah.
and either way, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a lock. It's
all I
lock.
heard.
Highly educated, highly educated speculation based on past trends.
Yeah.
And history, yeah.
And a lot of that global liquidity is because of a nation's. So every nation on the planet is in debt to itself, to itself, to its people, and to other countries, right? But what they have to do is sometimes those bonds that they owe this money on have to get refreshed, right? So they then raise another amounts of money, then pay back the old debt with new debt. Just a Ponzi again, right?
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle, but once it's all stable, then they can print again, and this is why like you end up having like tops in like 2025, and then afterwards, because they have to keep reshuffling all this debt. This is why it happens every 6 years. This causes huge problems because there's the government's really can't really print, and then this really hurts like the private sector and all the other sectors and stuff. So this is why usually we have like dips, like severe dips around that time, and then it recovers, and then people can money print again, and then we go back up.
Yeah, and the reason why Bitcoin kind of works well with this liquidity cycle as well is because it came out as an antithesis to the banking system during the banking collapse in 2008, 2009. So Bitcoin came out January 3rd, 2009. We just happened to line it up pretty damn well.
Yeah, with the real estate crash.
Exactly.
Interesting.
It's weird. It's just so weird how it always lines up, huh? It's just it almost completely always lines up. And even if like we had the housing crisis, and then like 6 years later, then we started having that little hiccup. I think what was it? Was it 2016? Was the last little hiccup in terms of the equities market?
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly, yeah. I remember.
In terms of what do you mean by hiccup?
Oh, like in terms of when like they're reshuffling the debt again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But it's. I mean, it's just funny when we explain it like this. They're like, oh yeah, it's a Ponzi. Yeah. It's all. This is why I mean it's a red pill. This is what we call it, the red pill of finance, is because once you learn crypto, you can then put crypto terms on stuff, and then everything on the planet starts making sense.
Yeah, because
why is he doing this? Like, why is a politician sending money to this other country? Like, because there's kickbacks.
Yeah.
There's like, oh, I've raised a bunch of money for you guys, 34 billion. Then you're gonna kick back like 20 billion back to us, or 10 billion back to us, or that $34 billion that I sent your country, they have to spend it on my companies.
Yeah.
Which is still like basically going back to me.
So it's a finesse.
It's just a finesse. Yes, it's a huge finesse. Huge finesse.
And Wall Street tends to use these terms to try to keep people out, right? Like all these fancy terms, ETFs and everything to try to confuse people. Crypto's just like, yeah, it's a rug pull.
Yeah.
Or it's a pump and dump, or whatever it is. Those terms are usually a lot easier for people to understand.
Because TradFi uses really big words and words that you don't really hear in normal speak, so you don't understand. So they make terrible things sound. Oh, that doesn't sound that bad. Oh, it's horrible, right? Like when the Federal Reserve says we're going to start increasing interest rates, people with money go, "What?"
Yeah.
And it freaks out. I mean, this. So every time interest rates go up or down after they've been like sitting there, the reason that markets like fucking freak out is because people are taking leverage on bonds. Because so the first time that when the Fed, as an example, right? I called the top on 10-year bonds and stuff at like 5.25%. The moment the Fed said we're not going to increase rates anymore, they went down a full percent. 1 full percent in bonds is gigantic. But because bonds are so safe, these funds take out a lot of money and put leverage on it in order to make more money on these bonds and stuff, because they're generating a lot of income. And that one small fluctuation liquidates people. Then these guys who get liquidated have to then go sell stocks to pay back these bonds. Then the market knows, okay, bonds are not going down over time. Okay, cool. Now we know the strategy. And then the market's like fine after that. That's what's happened. So it's just basically like, oh crap, I lost my big ass like parlay shit. It was paying me a ton of money. Damn, now I got to re-up, sell. I got to sell some assets. I got to sell some gold chains and shit. Now we're back to making money again. And that's what happens. So it's because these interest rates go down steadily over a certain period of time, or they stay there for such a long time, you forget. Like the reason the whole Silicon Valley Bank collapse happened was because these guys were like, oh, the interest rates are going to stay at zero forever. So they were buying like the worst 0%, like the worst debt. So they were buying bonds that paid nothing, basically. And when interest rates go up, the price of the bonds collapses.
Yeah.
So this is why they got into huge liquidity issues and stuff like that. And then now, like you buy a bond, like if you have like $1 million and you buy a 10-year treasury, you'll get paid $42,500 a year on $1 million for the next 10 years.
Wow.
Now, when interest rates start going down, prices go up. So then you could, so if interest rates were like cut in half, you could sell that $1 million bond for like $1.4 million and gotten like like $150,000.
There's an inverse. There's an inverse correlation between the two.
I think he was kind of listening to what I said before, but maybe not. I don't know. But basically, I think the question was just simply like, is now a good time to buy and do you sell in a year and a half, right? So yeah, pretty much buy now. Yep. I suggest that you buy whatever it is in the crypto market that you want before the end of May. Before the end of June or mid-July is absolute latest for the current quarter. And then, yeah, if you sell in basically dollar cost average out starting a year from now, and then about a year and a half from now, you're fully out of the market. It's simplest way
to buy and hold.
Cycle.
Smart thing to do is buy and hold, man.
Yeah, and like, yeah, that's an interesting discussion too, right?
Yeah.
Do you buy and hold only, or do you sell some, right? So the name of my channel is Cultivate Crypto, because we're not trying to cultivate dirty fiat dollars. That just happens by extension, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to cultivate more Bitcoin, more Ethereum.
Absolutely.
These are the two coins in the market we want more of, right? So
because at least you know it's going to go up.
Right.
At least.
Right. So your Bitcoin
degree.
and Ethereum that you buy, and maybe one altcoin that you have a long-term vision on. Maybe it's Solana, maybe it's Pulse Chain, maybe it's something else. You buy those, you hold those, you can keep those forever if you buy them cheap enough. We're still at a cheap enough price for a lot of them. You can do that, right? But then there's going to be a portion that you use to outpace the market because they're maybe the meme coins, or maybe it's a coin like Alluvium.
Riskier place. Yeah.
Alluvium's a good one for the GameFi space. Alluvium basically is probably the premier game for the cryptocurrency space. Basically you battle in the game like a Pokemon type game, and you
it's like Power World.
You win.
Power World. Yeah, it's like Power World.
Or Crypto Zoo. Sorry.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be. But
it's supposed to be. Yeah,
it's supposed to be. But
did he ever pay people back for the stuff?
Shout out CoffeeZilla.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he has.
Hopefully.
But this particular coin, right now, it's about $100. The all-time high was $1,800. They're coming out with their game either end of Q2 or early Q3. There's a few other games that are going to be playable that are other titles that are on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox that are crypto-based games that are now also going to the mainstream around July. So there's a lot of competition in that space. So that space, the AI space, if you bought like Alluvium at $100, and I would say August, September, October, and we'll come back and we'll see the price at the time. But I think if $450 would be no problem. Bitcoin at the period of time will go to 100, so it won't quite 2x, won't do a 100% move versus Alluvium here could do a 300% move or a 4x, right? So you basically 4x the amount that you've done against Bitcoin. And then you can take half of those profits, put that in Bitcoin. Now you have more Bitcoin, and you still have your original position in Alluvium, which is pure profit, and you're just working with casino coins at this point. So that's just one strategy that you could do. Another coin that's coming out, well, there's one that's already out called Fetch AI, FET, that's going to rebrand into ASI, Artificial Superintelligence. And the AI market in crypto is great because essentially what you see here is AI is a parabolic growing technology. Every time that AI comes into the news with a new ChatGPT, Sora, whatever it is, you often see the crypto AI coins go up, and this one is one of the best quality coins when it comes to crypto AI. So if you bought this, in the next 1 month and then held it until September, you'll make money there as well. The first time I recommended it on my channel, it was 23 cents. It's $2.19 right now.
Right, and after the merger that it ends up having, turning from Fetch to ASI, this token's going to be like the Bitcoin of the AI coins. Basically from there. There's one other one like Render. Render's also a good one as well.
This is one that if you bought it at the prices here in May and you held it forever, you'll probably do just fine.
This one's going to do it. Another one is Phantom. It's I think it's 71 cents right now. By the time we come back here, I really truly believe it's going to be above like $2. It's going to be like $2.50, maybe even higher than that, because they have a huge upgrade happening called Sonic. And this upgrade can be also applied to Ethereum. It will be able to make Ethereum 10 times faster. So we're talking about transaction fees on Ethereum are going to go down by 10x.
Wow.
But this upgrade's so massive for Phantom because it makes it basically one of the fastest blockchains out there. And, they're starting to do a lot of big deals with Circle, which is USDC and stuff like that, which, it's JP Morgan essentially.
Yeah.
And
if there's anybody in here in the chat or whatever who's like really into crypto, there's a project called Aerodrome as well. Shout out to those guys.
Base Protocol.
Yeah, on Base Protocol, Coinbase basically made a layer 2 blockchain, or made a blockchain that's fast and works well. And that right now is money is flowing into there. So new liquidity is going into there, but there's not many solid projects that are on there. So Aerodrome is probably one of the best projects on the base protocol that it's already gone up quite a lot, but it's going to go up even more simply just because more money keeps just getting funneled in there. And why is that? Because everybody was like, okay, Solana did really well. Then there's this thing called Base, which is Coinbase's network. I think Coinbase is pretty much well known, right? So everybody in crypto is like, that's going to fucking do well, of course. So all this money is just going in there, and Aerodrome's a big benefit of that right now.
And the big secret that's not a secret is that people are using things on Base protocol because they believe in the future there's going to be an airdrop. So at some point they think Coinbase is going to make a coin for Base protocol. Yeah. So if you've been using it, you've been yield farming, you've been playing around, that means you're going to get a fat drop of cash. Basically, these airdrops are massive. I mean, people who are using Jupiter back in the day got a big airdrop and stuff like that. It was like, I think it came out for 50 cents to $1.50, and people made a lot of money on that. We're using that and stuff like that through the Phantom wallet and stuff like that. And this is why we tell people just obviously make a brand new wallet and then play around with everything, because sometimes you get credits for stuff. Yeah. And you actually receive thousands and thousands of dollars of coins.
Here's what day is it today? The 29th?
29th of April, yeah.
Literally, there's 24 hours left, right? We have basically we have some connections with the Illuvium Foundation, just in terms of like networks that we've worked with there. They never give us any coins or haven't paid us anything, basically. But Illuvium right now, they have a free airdrop, which is you play the game and you earn Ethereum, right? Okay. And so April.
Ethereum's a W.
Yeah, April 30th is a cutoff for basically they gave us a couple links. If you go to our YouTube channel, Cultivate Crypto on YouTube and Dollar Cost Crypto, one of the last few streams, we put out the link where if you sign up, you'll be one of 40 people from our group who basically can join that. There's only 10,000 people who can join. Then over the next 1 month, you can play the game before it comes out, earn Ethereum.
So there
for free.
might or might not be a spot. Okay.
They're putting out, what is it? 20 to $25 million worth of free coins out there for people.
Hold on, yo.
Just to get people to play.
Send me the link, bro.
Yeah, we'll get you it.
Don't give it to him.
But
it got some Ethereum. That's a W.
It does become available for the public on May 28th. So from May 28th in the month of June, you can play the game for free again there.
Put me in there, man.
Make some money.
We've been telling Chris for 5 years. He doesn't listen still.
He's probably somewhere drinking.
All right,
Chris, man.
What else do we got here? Rod says, WRL Studio, Moneyclips team. We got, shout out to the YouTube channel. Moneyclips is on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
W Fresh and Fit Moneyclips YouTube channel.